Yo, what is good? Welcome back to another video, and today we'll be ranking all small forwards inside of 3-on-3 freestyle. Now, I won't lie, the small forward category has to be one of the most competitive categories in the entire game, if I'm being so for real. So yeah, this might be a little bit of a tougher ranking. There's a lot of good characters inside this category. But anyways, let's just get straight into it. Coming in last place, by the way, there are 10 small forwards inside the game. So this is 10th place. We have Carter. Carter, being one of the worst characters in the entire game, would also obviously naturally be one of the worst small forwards. No, my bad. The worst small forward in the entire game. So now if we take a little look at his skills here, he has quick step, basically useless in my opinion. Not in my opinion, objectively speaking. Manual layup, shoot fake drive, once again kind of useless. Kill pass, deny intercept, touch pass, and layup pass. He has a lot of passing skills, honestly too much, especially for small forward. Then on top of that, he then has his special skill of resist of face up, which is basically a blind defense without the means of pressing triangle. But without further ado, we're not gonna yap about this guy no longer. This guy's attributes is nothing to write home about. On top of that, just kind of mid. And overall speaking, this guy is just kind of just sucks. Anyways, moving on. 9th place, we have Amanda. Being an actual playable character, unlike Carter. Yes, I'm throwing shots. But if we take a look at her skills now, she has shooting touch, fadeaway, cut in, quick jumper, shot fake step, which is kind of trash. Jab step with, I'm a personal hater of jab step. I just don't like jab step. Some people think it's alright, but I think it's terrible, like actually terrible. Then finally have off ball cut, which is alright. And then she has she gets some defense resist when shooting mid ranges, and then she gets basically drift shot. She's the originator drift shot. And her stats are pretty fire, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty solid. You know, you got the mid range and you got the 3-point, they're pretty high. I mean, everything else is nothing to write home about. But overall speaking, she's really good at shooting twos and stuff, but like, she got no defense. And number two, she also can't really get herself open, so you're gonna need to hit screens. Now, although she's really good at shooting twos, if you're shooting twos all game and you can't defense, in other words, you can't defend, let's say hypothetically an ox queen who can just shoot threes, you're just cooking the whole team. And if you shoot threes, then you're no longer a master at that, so then you might as well use a different character. So yeah, she's definitely going 9th place. Coming in at 8th place is one of our favorite characters, we can all agree, Joey. Oh boy. I think a lot of people who play 3-on-3 have Joey P5 because like, he's the OG, bro. He's the OG good character. Everybody used to use Joey, or everybody has used Joey at a point or in time of their 3-on-3 career. But enough of the yap. Let's just talk about his skills now. So he has drive and post up, which is pretty solid. It's mainly for combos, if I'm being so for real. Then he has crossover, manual layup, and stop drive. So he has the crossover stop drive combo. Then you have some double clutch, pull up jumper, and side hop step, which we all love side hop step. Then finally for his P6, she's the first character here that has a P6 so far. He has backward spin, pump fake shoot, or manual block. And honestly, I think backward spin's the best way to go, because I think pump fake spin shoot is like just straight trash in my opinion, especially for Joey. The manual block is manual block. Honestly, that's actually a pretty solid pick. It's a pretty solid pick, but I don't really like using offense for Joey, but I digress. Yeah, once again, his attributes are nothing to write home about. And so overall, Joey's good and all, but he just doesn't have, he's not a shooting guard. So he doesn't have that drive speed, he's not as fast, he's not as good at shooting. He's literally like one of those people, but just worse at shooting and slower. So I don't see why you would use Joey, and he doesn't have defense. Yeah, I don't see why you would use Joey. And if you do put manual block on Joey, then all you have is side hop step, and then you're just kind of like, yeah, Joey's just not very good for this meta. So yeah. Coming in at number 7, we have Saru. Now, some people might think Saru's a little bit too low. I disagree. Saru is a pretty mid character in my opinion. If we take a little look here, he has drive and post up. he has manual layup, and he has crossover. Then he also can put on stop drive. Some people like to use shooting touch, but honestly, put it on shot drive so you actually can combo with, bro. Then he has turn fadeaway. Then he finally has, okay, this is useless. And finally he has double clutch dunk, you know, the beloved move of his best move in my opinion. And finally for his P6 you can get pull up jumper or backward spin or tipping if you really want to. Honestly though, don't get tipping though. So yeah, he's pretty good. He can, like, you know, he can cook people up and stuff like that, but I feel like he's very too dominant. And then add on with the fact that he is even worse at defense than Joey. Yeah, he's definitely not a pick you want to go with. But he is better at I think his scoring options are better than Joey's though. So he's better at actually hitting his shots because he, you know, more two focused. He has the pull up jumper still. He has the you know, the turn fadeaway, and he also has the double clutch dunk. So he's better at actually hitting his shots. You're more likely to get a lot of points of Saru, but he doesn't really have that defense to back it up. So yeah, gonna have to go 7th place. Alright, now at this point I'm starting to say that these are some of the characters that you genuinely are gonna have a really good time if you play. You can start to play these characters in, like, if you're actually trying to sweat a little bit, you can play these characters. We're in 6th place and we have William. I just made a video about William recently. It was a yap session, I won't lie, but it's still a video. You can go check that out if you want to hear me talk about my opinions on P6 William. But anyways, getting deep into it now. Looking at his skills, he has drive post up, box out, and chip out, so we can get those rebounds. He has manual layup, backward spin, hop step, and turn fadeaway, so he can, like, cook you up a little bit. Then finally for his P6, just go manual block. Is literally the way to go. You can get that blocking on. You can start to play that 2 meta, you know what I'm saying? Then finally his passives are actually pretty good. He gets shot success rate increases when teaming with a woman, and team shot success rate increases when winning. So yeah, he just basically just get passives to shot success rate for him and his team. That's just amazing. And they stack. So now looking at his stats, this is the first person I would say his stats are actually pretty solid. Like, he has a 178 jump shot block, so that's definitely, like, coming in handy with that manual block. He's not too slow, and his mid-range shots is notable at 204. So yeah, you can play him like the 2 meta and stuff like that. The only problem is that his offense is nothing crazy and his defense is nothing crazy. So he's simply just like watered down versions of, like, Jack, the best way I can really put it. He's just not as good as the better characters. But without further ado, we're gonna be moving on. Alright, moving to the top 5. We're gonna start it off strong with DJ Bagman. Now, this might like be a little bit too much. Like, DJ Bagman over William, potentially DJ Bagman over Saru. I don't know about that one, but you see, me personally, I think DJ Bagman, number 1, is a really fun character to play, and number 2, he just has really good skills. I think he's somehow underrated. I mean, you literally see that in some one of my videos. If you watch the underrated character video, damn, I'm out here just really pulling all these shameless plugs, huh? But if you look at my underrated character video, you'll see me literally call him underrated, because he kind of is. He actually can be used in pretty good situations. Would I say you can prefer him to use in ranked? I don't know. Over William, I don't think so. But he's still an overall statistically better character in my opinion. But anyways, enough with the yap. Let's look at his skills. He has crossover, manual layup, and stop drive. So he has that crossover stop drive combo. Then he has a layup pass, which I think is the way to go over a jump shot pass. Back dribble, which I won't lie, back roll turn is also a good choice. And then after that, he has these, like, 2-point centered, I would like to call it, things. I think fadeaway might be the worst one, but that is literally up to your personal opinion. I really don't care which one you choose here, but I feel like drift shot or pull up jumper is probably the way to go. I personally went pull up jumper, but you can really go any one you want, doesn't matter. Then finally he has a pass. And for his P6, he has double clutch, which is really the way to go. I don't think these others are really anything. Then he has some passes. We're not going to really worry about those. And looking at his attributes here, he actually has some pretty notable ones with a 217 mid-range and a 143. So you really can choose how you want to shoot it, bro. If you want to shoot 3s, you can shoot 3s. Want to shoot 2s, you can shoot 2s, bro. Go any way you want. And his pass is really good. I mean, add with the fact that he literally has stuff like layup pass, and he has stuff like a pass. Yeah, he's a really good passer. And he's the fastest small forward in the entire game, shall I add on? The only problem with bro is that his defense is very much lackluster. He's very much lacking that. But ultimately speaking, he's still got the offense because he has the pull-up jumper, all that stuff, and he's still versatile because he also can pass the ball. He not only can cook people up and end it off with like pull-up or drift shot and take screens, everything like that, but he also can pass around the ball, help his teammates get open because he's actually genuinely a threat. So I think he's a really, really good offensive choice. One of the best offensive characters, two-point type, because I'd prefer to play him in two-pointer. One of the best two-pointer offensive characters right now. The only problem is he don't got that defense to help himself out. All right, coming in at 4th place. These are like, you're going to get to the really, really good characters. We're going to start off with Rebecca. All right, so Rebecca is, holy smokes. Actually, let's not even talk about it. Let's just get straight into it. She has manual block. Wait, damn, what am I saying? What am I saying? No, she does not have manual block at her P1. She has manual layup pass, drive and post up, running floater, which is just so unbelievably hard to block, pull up jumper, side step back, side turn fadeaway, and finally for a P6 you can go manual block. Shooting touch is still a really good choice. I literally just switched to manual block. That's why I have it level 1, and I'm not going to level it up because I don't know if I want to switch back to shooting touch. They're both good options. Really good options. If you want more defensive, go with manual block. You want more offense, go with shooting touch. Overall, Rebecca is a really good offensive character. Really good offensive character. She has good layup skills because she has layup pass. She also has the running floater, which is very unpredictable and kind of hard to block. You have to be really much ready for it when she's about to go for this. You have to be very much ready. And if she fakes you out, you're done for. Literally, you're just done. Her jump shot block is kind of mid. You know, like I would say all her stats are actually kind of mid except for layup. Like all of her stats are pretty mid, but that does not change the fact that that her skills itself are really good. She has the fadeaway. She has the best fadeaway inside the entire game. She has side turn fadeaway. Meaning she can pump fake, then go the other way. It's a really good fadeaway. Like I said, the running floater and the manual block. You can actually really cook people up with Rebecca. The only problem is that even with manual block, it's hard to invest inside the jump shot block because her 3-point / mid-range, if you was to shoot mid-range, is low. So I would prefer if you focus on making her offense better than her defense better, and that's the problem. But ultimately speaking, that does not stop her from being in 4th place, because she's just really good at offense. Alright, now we're in the top 3, and coming in at number 3, I mean, this is obvious because like we're not gonna put Jack or Lou in 3rd place. It's Jessie. Now, obviously, a quick question that a lot of y'all could be asking is, Jessie over Rebecca, why? Well, I'm going to explain that in just a second. If we take a look at her skills, she has crossover, kill pass, and stop drive. So she has the crossover, stop drive combo, like I always talk about. Then she has drift pass, pull up jumper, and boxed out for some reason. Then she has behind the back 2-step and manual block. Now, I'd use it basically, matter of fact, let me not even explain it. Let's just keep on moving. Then finally, for her P5, she has drift shot. And for her P6, she has either quick jumper or running floater. I wouldn't recommend going running floater just because running floater is prone to miss. Like, even with Rebecca, you miss running floater once in a while. And with her, when her stat is literally lower, she only has a 178 instead of a 204. You're gonna miss. And it's not gonna be, you're not gonna like that, bro. You're not gonna like missing such a clutch. Imagine you go for a clutch running floor and you just end up breaking that thing. Yeah, you're, holy smokes, bro. I tried it for a little bit. I didn't max it out or anything, but like when I was trying it at only P1, I know it's not like, don't got a success rate up. I was missing way too much. I was like, I'm just gonna go trick jumper. Then she finally has the same thing that Amanda has with that mid-range shot defense resist. And actually, we're not gonna worry about her passive right there. And if we look at her stats, it's really good. She has a 229 mid, 178 3, so you could shoot threes with her. She has a 153 jump shot block, which is meh. And she's the 2nd fastest small forward in the game with a 178 speed. Now, why she's better than Rebecca? I feel like with Jessie, you can actually invest in your defensive stat. You can actually build out her defense. Like right now I have a 191 jump shot block with Jessie, which if I had a platinum on Rebecca for jump shot block, of course I can bring it up like that, but I prefer to put mid-range shot on Rebecca because she only has a 178 mid-range. For Jessie, she has a 229. That's higher than my Jack and Lou. She has a whole 229, so I don't need to really invest as much. I can go and get a lot of defense. So basically, I can kind of bring it up to like a little bit more on par with Jackie Lu. Obviously, she's never going to be as on par as Jackie Lu, but she's going to get a little bit better. And I would say she's the best for two-point shooter in the entire game, like just directly. She just has like a defense resist, the drift shot, the pull-up jumper. She's good with screens. It's just perfect, bro. I don't see why she's not. Yeah, definitely a top 3 character. Moving on, we're going to the top 2. And in second place, although these doesn't really matter, it doesn't really matter who goes first, who goes second, but I do have a personal favorite, and I'm putting Jack in second place. Anyways, let's explain Jack real quick. Looking at Jack's skills, he has front untamed dash. I just said that completely wrong, butchered that. Front untamed dash, manual block, hop step, screen spin move, which is kind of useless in my opinion. I didn't even level it up. Double clutch, pump fake spin shot, and fingertip block. And then finally for his P6, you either can go quick jumper or box out. So basically, you know, he has a pretty solid kit just for starters. You know, if you're gonna really go with the notable ones, he has manual block, he has fingertip block. That really brings him up. When you have 2 defensive like skills, you really become really good at defense, because now you can have a backup fingertip that you can go with normal block. And looking at his stats, he has a 204 mid-range, he has a 191 jump shot block, which is so high. That is so high. And his speed is not, he's not slow. So this is a really good character, amazing defensive character, and he can still go for those mids with you know, he has a fake shot, he has a hop step, all that stuff. He's really good with screens, everything like that, and he's really good at blocking people. So finally, I got Lu in first. Now there's a reason why I put Lu above Jack, and that's simply because I think she's better overall. She's better at 1v1ing. She's better at just overall, like, you know, she's more offensive in my opinion. Now she may have a lower jump shot block, but that doesn't matter. But first, let's look at her skills though. She has crossover, dunk at will, quick drive, manual block, intercept, which is really, I think, is the way to go. You gotta go intercept. Some people are using what you call box out. You got to go intercept. Come on now. Then she has blind defense, which some people use chip out. You gotta go blind defense, man. You gotta go with the defensive skills. And then after that, she has manual dunk, which is really changes up her game. And finally, for her P6, go fade away. With this setup, you can do so much, and you can build her so much in so much different ways. So for starters, she obviously has the manual block. She also has blind defense. Blind defense is way more versatile than fingertip block. Doesn't have a cooldown, and significantly reduces anybody's shot success rate. And with the fact that she has the manual dunk, meaning she can cook people inside the paint, and she has fadeaway, meaning that if you want to shoot 2, she can cook people at the mid range. I mean, she may not have a quick jumper or anything. In other words, she may not just be able to one-on-one at mid, but that does not matter. And then add with the fact, also she has intercept, meaning that she also can stop people from getting the ball in the first place. I think Lu is literally like a top tier here. Like, she is the best small forward in the entire game. She's better than Jack. Just barely, of course, because it really doesn't matter. Jack, Lu, whatever, it don't matter. They're both meta. But Lu is better. Lu is better. It's that simple. Anyways, without further ado, I digress with whatever I was saying. Stop stuttering. Thank y'all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.